So this is a message for candidates as well as clients. How do you know if you're working with a good recruiter? Be it a corporate recruiter, be an agency recruiter, be it an executive search recruiter. Um, there's much like everything else. There's good, there's bad, and there's ugly, and everything in between. So a few things that you should watch out for when working with recruiters is one, do they know their clients? Do they know their clients well? So as a candidate, if you find recruiters are saying things that don't seem to align or they don't know, and they're not willing to say, hey, I don't know, let me find out, that's a bit of a red flag. Clients, if you find that on the front end, a recruiter isn't asking questions about the job, trying to really understand it, what the value of the position is, what the growth potential for the position is, why it's really, really compelling for a candidate, you may be working with a really green or a recruiter that doesn't have a high level of engagement and interest. They just care about filling a role and slamming bodies, which gives a negative candidate experience on the other end. If candidates aren't returning, or recruiters aren't returning your phone calls or giving you honest information, as a candidate on where things are at in the process, they may be just really, really busy. And I'd encourage you to, after you've spoken with a recruiter, set a time for a follow-up. Hey, great, you're submitting me, awesome. Can we chat in 3 days for you to give me a status update, and set a calendar appointment to do that? So there's just a quick 5-minute touch point. Clients, same thing. If recruiters aren't pushing, in the right way, saying, hey, I'm really excited about this candidate, here's why, and able to really articulate why a candidate is compelling for the role and why this would be a good candidate for the company. They're just saying, hey, the keywords match up, or this guy has 3 years of the experience you want. They may not be giving the best candidate experience, and they're probably not going to be as valuable in helping you assess and make a decision on who to add to the team. And usually they'll have fewer options for you as well. If a recruiter is only focused as a client, if a recruiter is only focused on inbound, meaning they've posted a resume or posted a job description on the job boards or elsewhere, and they're only working with the candidates that are applying to that job, or that the system that you got is spitting out, probably not the best recruiter, or they're potentially just really, really busy. What we find is that the recruiters that are very active and engaging with candidates that are qualified for the job, and trying to share with them why this role and company would be compelling for them, even though they're not actively looking for a job, those are the recruiters that tend to give you better options. And frankly, you're not dealing with the candidates that have applied to 50 jobs with 10 options. You're dealing with candidates that are looking at your specific opportunity, comparing it as to whether it's compelling for them specifically. So you end up with a much better placement rate because there's a lot less competition on it. So just the general engagement and excitement level of a recruiter is telling as well. As a leader within a company, if you've got corporate recruiters, making sure they're not overwhelmed, making sure that your leadership team edifies and promotes them as valuable, will help them engage in ways that the average recruiter won't. The more excited you can get your recruiters, the better those recruiters will be, the better candidate experience they'll have, and frankly, the better they'll work with your hiring managers. But you have to make sure you're investing in them, and remember, they are the first people, the first representation of your company out there. So invest in them and treat them accordingly. I hope this is helpful.